So, what's going on with y'all? I'm here to review the latest episode of Pokemon Horizons, episode 23. The title for this episode is Burning Galar Fire, and the summary for this episode is what the group found in the Galar mine was not the Black Rayquaza, but a Galarian Moltres carrying an ancient Pokeball. So, actually, I forgot to mention this, but when Galarian Moltres appeared last episode, it had an ancient Pokeball on it. Like, it had an ancient Pokeball with it. So, it's one of Lulusius's Pokemon, the ancient warrior, the ancient adventurer, whatever his moniker is. So the proof of it being one of the six warriors or the six heroes that travel with Lucius, yeah, it's one of his Pokemon. Liko and the others want to close in on the Galarian Moltres somehow, but is burning with anger and keeps everyone at arm's length. What is the plan that they come up with that incorporates Gym Leader Kabu's advice that winning battles isn't the only way to be a trainer? So, let's start at the beginning of this episode. It's supposed to leave off where it's supposed to take over from where the last episode left off, but it doesn't, right? So Liko and Roy get healed up, and that's all fine and dandy. But then Free just rushes in the Pokemon Center like nothing happened. Now this is really stupid because like it's just making their episode worse. Like why not show that? Why not show Freed and Amethio working together? Like I don't know why they even skipped over that. Like it's like I don't know why they did that. Like what was the point of doing that? So Amethio's whole return here is literally pointless. Like nothing happens. And I don't know why they did that. Like it's so weird and wonky. Like I don't know why they decided to skip over that. It's weird. It's like he just barges in like nothing happened. Like he wasn't just in a whole cave with Moltres and freaking Amethio. Like that would have been great, seeing them try to work together, try to get out of there, but we just don't see any of it. Now the rest of the episode is fine, right? So, like the summary mentions, they do use that advice that Kabu gave them, and I think that's a really nice callback to that episode. It's great to see Kabu again. We do see him at the end of the episode because I thought he wasn't going to come back, but he does actually return, and that's nice to see. So the way they go about Moltres as they're not going to battle him head on, try to make him faint because that's never going to happen, right? They're trying to find out like what makes him so angry. Why is he so angry, right? Because Liko's whole thing is she wants to know the feelings of Pokemon and stuff like that. So they barge in there and try to calm it down and stuff like that. That's really what they do. They use Sprigatito's sweet scent, but it's actual scent, not the move sweet scent, it's actual scent, right? To try to calm it down. Because they're all weak, it doesn't really work, right? At first. But then Arbolivia comes out and saves the day. Actually, one of the subtitles, I don't know why I read it like this. I read it as bail, but it's actually ball. I read it as bail because Arbolivia actually comes and bails them out and helps them out. So they're able to, with this, they're able to get a hold of Moltres, but it doesn't really, it doesn't really submit or tell anything until Terrapagos comes out. When Terrapagos comes out, it creates this whole illusion of Lucius, and we do get a little bit of a closer look at him. And I thought that he's probably going to be related to Liko from we see a little bit of his face, and I was like, yeah, he's probably going to be related to Liko. We're probably once we get a real reveal of his face, we're gonna if that theory is gonna be proven right. Mark my words, he's gonna be related to Liko. So once that happens, Moltres ends up going inside the ball, and Liko has another Titan on her crew, on her team. Not really though, but she's in care of Terrapagos now, Galarian, Moltres, and Arbolivia. So she has three powerhouses that she's technically owns. Really, she's just caring for it, But technically, it's under her ownership. Technically, right? So now that's basically where the episode ends. They then go back to the crew and tell them all about what happened. Next episode is gonna be where they finally meet her grandmother. The whole point of this whole mission to Galar, this whole detour to Galar, that's the whole point of it, is to go there. Also another thing, Terrapagos will no longer be independent. It's no longer gonna take refuge independent. It's now gonna be out. It's now gonna be out in the open. It's now camping in Liko's backpack. That's very cute, but that's a good lead in to the next chapter, the next arc, which is supposed to be centered around Terrapagos. So what a giveaway, right? But I do like this episode. Besides the whole first part of this episode where they just skip over the whole Freed and Amethio stuff, I do like the rest of the episode. I do like the team up, even though Liko and Roy are weak. I do like seeing them, team up and try to, take the Moltres down. And I do like that this ties into, Liko's whole dream or whole path as a trainer in wanting to learn the feelings of Pokemon. And I do like how this all ties back into what Kabu told him, that, winning battles isn't the only way to be a trainer, as in they're not winning this battle whatsoever. They're just trying to find out, how it feels. So I like that. I like how it tied back into that. So I think this episode is pretty okay, aside from the whole part in the beginning, which is a big deduction of points, because that's really stupid. I don't even know why they did that. This episode could have been perfect if they had just included that, because that just makes the whole cliffhanger of the previous episode just pointless. Like, what was that? But like I said, besides that, this episode was pretty good, and we learned more about Lulusi. We don't really learn more about him, but we get another one of his Pokemon, so that's great. But yeah, this episode was pretty good. Now we're on a 3-week break. The next episode airs October 13th, so I'll see you then. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.